Okay, so we're going to be replicating this today. And what we're examining is we've got a dark square on the bottom and we've got a light square on the top, except we don't. If I turn off this layer, the squares are exactly the same color. Due to tonal variations, the top and the bottom appears to be different, even though they are not. So let's remove this. And then let's get started. Okay, and to achieve this effect, what we're going to do is I'm using the monoline brush from calligraphy, and I have this set at 13% so that we get a line like this. I'm going to go up here to my color dot, and I'm going to choose a medium gray color. In your disk, if you use that, that's going to be somewhere over here. And if you're using values, it's 135, 135, 135 for red, green, blue, and you get a nice gray color. I prefer using the classic just because I'm old, I'm a classic kind of guy. So what I want to do is draw a square. I'm going to try to use quick shapes to do that, so I'm going to make a four-sided figure, and then I'm going to use the finger of my other hand and tap on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it says polyline created, so I'm going to have to do this one again. There we are. Now if you look up here at the top, in the middle, it says quadrilateral created. And now I put the finger of my other hand on the screen, and that becomes a perfect square. And let's make it yay big. And now I can drag my gray color, this dot right here, drag it all the way over here, and if I change my color threshold, you'll see I get a white outline going on the inside there. Let's drag the pen all the way up, and I want to go even further up, all the way up. And I keep running out of room on the iPad, so I'm just redoing it each time. And I notice that it colors the entire screen here, so I drag it down a little bit, and there is now no white outline around my square. Okay, now what we want to do is shade this. I'm going to click on the plus sign twice. I'm going to tap on this N right here on layer 2, and I'm going to put this up to screen, or down to screen. It's 2 below normal. And then I'm going to tap on the N for layer 3, and this one I'm going to bring up here to multiply. Now you notice I'm not changing my color at all. Let's make layer 9 a select, and then we bring up here to layer 2. And remember, this is the one that's screen. we're going to take our little brush here and go down here to airbrushing, and we're selecting the soft brush at 10%. I'm just going to swoop up here at the top. And then we're going to go over here to layer 3. That's the one that's on multiply, and we will swoop at the bottom. You can make this darker or lighter by swooping more than once. And this creates the illusion of a three-dimensional square. Now what I can do is pinch these 3 layers together. And then I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to take the bottom layer, make sure that my snapping is turned on. Snapping is right down here. I've got both snapping and magnetics turned on. And I want to center this going this direction. And then I want to bring it down to that line there. And let's do the same thing with this one. We're going to snap it over, and then we're going to bring it up to the middle here. And it seems that my square was just slightly off center, so I'm just going to tap it until it evens out top to bottom. There we go. There's just a very thin line there separating the two. Let's take this top one. I'm going to move it up by 10. So I use my selection, and then I tap up here above the green square. And then we'll go down here to the bottom layer and do the same thing. Except we're going down, so we want to tap below the yellow. Now we're going to create a new layer, and we're going to drag that layer all the way down to the bottom. And on this layer, I'm going to choose a medium blue color, kind of dark, and I'm going to drag my circle onto my canvas, making sure that I am on the new layer. And then I'm going to select it with the transform tool. That's this arrow right up here. And then we're going to drag it down until it's at the middle. And because my squares are slightly off center, what I'm going to have to do is just tap this down a little bit, just so it looks semi-even. Then I'm going to go back up here to my color circle. And I'm going to go over here to the yellow. And I want to choose a bright medium yellow. And drag that right here on top of the blue. So there you go. And it looks like, if you look at these, the top square appears darker than the bottom square. And the reason for this is tonal variation. Because the bottom square is on a darker background, the gray appears darker. The top square is on a lighter background, so it appears darker. All right, well, I hope this has helped you out, and I do hope you have a wonderful day.